Hello, good morning. Hey, Jackie. Put your camera on, baby. Good morning, Alex.
Beautiful, smart daughter. And I am a beauty queen. I'm Miss US Nation Universe 2022. I'm going on to Miss Basketball.
Got me so inspired with the whole modeling thing that I need to put my feelings down on paper.
Okay.
So I'm gonna journal for just a minute. I'm so sorry to take time,
Okay, take your
but as soon as it hits me,
You got it.
okay, thank you so much. Here, please. You can sit right there. Yeah. Oh, my favorite time of the day, journaling time.
Hi, Miss Mary.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm still sleepy.
I'm trying to make my mind up whether I'm gonna go shopping to get the senior citizen discount or stay in bed.
Where you going to get the discount?
Roses and Farmer Mill and McDonald's for the coffee.
Oh, okay. Is that on Wednesdays or?
It's a app in there that tells you all the different places you can go and get your senior citizen discount. My
Oh,
grandkids, they always turn around when I go on Wednesdays. They want to go so they can get some stuff and put it on my card and repay me.
okay. I'm down with that.
Yep.
At least you can get around. I'm kind of
Not
stuck in
that
the house.
much. Not that much. I'm in a wheelchair.
Oh, well, I'm on a walker and I can't walk for so far. And this week
I know.
my sciatica has been giving me holy you know what.
I'm on dialysis and I'm on chemo, and that's
Oh,
killing me. So
oh,
and
poor
when I
baby.
get a
Well, I
day
say
out,
a prayer for you, Miss Mary.
okay. So my granddaughter and my daughter, they take me everywhere I want to go. So I get spoiled by them.
Well, isn't that wonderful?
Yeah. Cause she called me. She said, "Will it take you a half an hour or an hour to get dressed?" I said, "It take me about a half an hour because I'm almost dressed now." So she said, "Well, I'll be over there in about an hour to pick you up."
Okay.
So I turn around and so they. Sometimes we have our little ups and downs because I want to eat something that she know I can't have, and then she said, "No, you can't have it." Then one of the grandkids sneaky to me. Then she said, "If she gets sick, you gonna fill the hospital with her."
Well, my granddaughter, she's pregnant.
Uh,
Uh, and she lost a baby last year. So we
oh, I'm
on
sorry to hear that.
yeah, be on press for watch with me, please.
Yes. Because my grandkids, the cancer runs in the family. So about all of them had their surgery and stuff. So I got to keep a close eye on them because I have
Right.
them in GI clinic all the time. And I told them, I said, don't y'all ever sign yourself out of GI clinic, y'all go. I don't care if you got a pain or something, you go. And one of my
That's right.
cousins, yeah, she turned around and as soon as she got it, she just went downhill. And like
Mhm.
they told me ever since I was 21 that I wouldn't see 35. And I wouldn't get to see my kids grow up. I seen my kids grow up, my grandkids and great grand. I'm 75 in May. So I told the doctor I don't believe nothing he tells me.
Okay, so you a May baby too.
May 12th. I was my Mother's Day present.
What was it? What was that? May what?
Mother's Day present. I was born on May the 12th, and that year that was Mother's Day.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm born the first day of the month, May 1st.
Oh, okay, we ought to get together and have a lunch or something.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, I'll catch up with Carol and see if she want to go.
Okay.
Yeah, Carolyn Sistrance. And see if she
Oh,
wants to
okay.
go and get out and do something other. I want to go get my hair done. I want to cut, then I don't want to cut. I wanted dyed, then I said, no, I ain't gonna get it dyed because that dye could turn all colors. So I turned around there, I say, I'm gonna go ahead and go and let them trim it up and put it in a nice little shortcut. And they put the stuff in my hair and have maybe a little curly bush. I said, I ain't got time for sitting up there rolling it up, doing this and doing that with it right now.
My,
I cut it in a minute.
my
And I
age
can't
is
stand
up.
them cornrows in it anymore because my head, I get them cluster headaches.
Oh yeah.
And when they be doing it, I say, take it out. She said, Mom, I'm almost finished. I said, no, take it out, my head hurt.
Yeah,
And so she said,
Good morning, everyone.
good morning. My aide does my hair. She was a hairdresser before she came to this country.
okay,
So
you got it good, girl. You got it real good. I got a whole lot from McDuffie yesterday on when I was listening to him. I got a whole lot of stuff, and I said I'm gonna go up there and call up there and see what's taking my thing. So when my kids were little, I put in for a project. I didn't get the project yet. So then I started laughing. My girlfriend said, "Wait till they get older, then you're gonna get it." Sure enough, that's what happened.
Okay.
So I said, I'm gonna put it back in there. I put it back in there 1999. I mean 2008. I haven't heard from them enough. I said,
Well, I had a lady that was on there for a long time. She was talking to me and the doctor.
Your voice is messing up. Your voice messing up.
She been on there since,
Number one selling nerve care company. Provide consistent acid to relieve occasional nerve aches.
this time she been on there since 20.
The magic's disappearing. Home to help
Mm.
heart, stars, and horseshoes. Go.
Oh,
I said,
Lord. I don't know what is going on. Okay, I guess it's meant for me to shut up.
no, it kept on going in and out.
He's going there.
Maybe you need to be near a single.
Yeah, I don't know what's going. I don't know what's going on.
I'm gonna go in there and find me something to put on and put me some socks on and wait for her to come. And then I still be listening to the iPad. Cause my great grand, his class, he goes to this all boys school, and they went over to Spain for 12 days. So he's supposed to be coming back this Friday or Saturday.
Let me
You doing the same thing as going in and out.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan. For over
Yeah.
30 years, my mission.
I don't know what's going on with it. Maybe it's way up because I'm right here.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that too. Okay.
I'm gonna check it out and see what's going on.
Good
I
morning,
don't know.
everyone.
I
Good morning. How you doing?
Just
morning.
I
fine,
don't know
thanking
because
you
my
all.
Wi-Fi, but I gotta call Wi-Fi.
You going in and out again?
Good seeing you this morning.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I'm doing good. As long as I can get up every morning, thank God that I can get up, open my eyes, and move around and do some things for myself. I know I'm gonna make it the rest of the day.
Hey.
Amen. Yeah, because a couple of days I had my good days. Some days I had my bad days. I don't even want to do nothing. I just tell my daughter, I said, look, I don't feel like involved with nobody. She said, what's wrong? I said, I just don't feel good. Then she turned around and she said, how bad do you feel? I said, I feel like I don't want to take none of this medicine. She said, no, you're going to take it. Oh, yeah. Because when the pain hit, they hit too. I mean, they don't be playing. They like you know how your mom and them used to say, "My Jap slap you." I think them pains are Jap slapping me. I mean, bags they hit when they hit. You sitting up there, all of a sudden, then one of the pains come, they say, "What?" Then next thing you know, you say, "What?" And that's My daughter said, "What you doing?" How you get there and ask that pain hit me and I couldn't stand up. I just slid down on the floor. That was the safest place to be. And I just stayed there until she got me up, or else I turn around and scoot through the hallway and pull up on the rail in the hall. I said, I gotta learn how to get up when nobody's here. I've been
Oh,
doing
yeah.
that. Good. Oh, but I wouldn't wish this pain on nobody. This thing can come, go. You get the nerve block. They say it lasts for about 6 weeks. That nerve block only lasts for about a week. And I just turn around and I just say, I'm gonna go ahead and keep on going. I ain't letting it get me down.
No, you gotta keep the face and keep them moving.
Yeah, because like my girlfriend, she was up there looking for somebody that needs some medical supplies. She had some stuff wanted to give away. And she said, I'm gonna bring it over to your house. Oh, baby, you let's stay at your house. I said, I said, I don't know nobody that need it right now. I said, I found somebody. I said, I don't know how much they're gonna take from me, but I found somebody to get them. I said, if they
What
want it
kind
all,
of supplies she got?
medical supplies. Like she had some diapers. I don't know if she still have the diapers or a pad still left. And ileostomy supplies.
Oh.
So I turned around and told her, I don't know nobody about now. But I said, the whole lot of citizen would take the diapers and stuff. And the
Good morning,
pads.
everybody. Love you all. Love
Good
y'all.
morning.
Y'all, I have something to say about Medicaid, about Medicaid renewal. They're not renewing a lot of Medicaid. So if you get letters, you need to read them and look at them. Don't just sit it aside. I was looking at the PSB channel. I'm saying the wrong channel last night, and they were talking about a lot of people going to lose their Medicaid. And it doesn't matter the age. So please, if you get a letter, please answer the letter.
Read it.
If you move, get in touch with Medicaid and let them know you moved. Whatever's your circumstances, get in touch with Medicaid if you receive anything.
Thank you so much.
That's all I have to say.
Okay, you said a lot right there. That means a whole lot, because it's a whole lot of people. They don't even they get mail and don't even read it. They just put it aside. Then next thing they know, that they said, did you get this and that? No, I didn't get it. Then you go look at it, and they ain't up there about a month or so, and you didn't even pay no attention to it.
Right. And they said a lot, because of the pandemic is over with, a lot of people gonna lose their Medicaid, their health insurance.
And they
Not
cut back on the food stamps and all.
Right, not just here in Washington, but all over the United States.
I can't afford to lose my Medicare. My stuff costs too much.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
What did y'all do last night? I just peed all over myself, and that was enough. and that was enough. I got tired of doing that. So finally I went to sleep. Well, if I can't get y'all to laugh the first thing in the morning, I don't know who cares.
I gotta have you around with me on my bad day so you can make me laugh.
And we all need a laugh.
That was a good one.
We need a laugh.
Good.
You know, sometimes when you ain't got nothing to do, just wet yourself. It's okay.
Oh no.
I'm sure we've all been that way.
I'm back. I got kicked out.
What am I do with her?
Diane is a mess.
We're gonna keep her. That's what
That's all we can do is just keep her. Hey, Brenda, how you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm
everybody
painting this
doing?
morning with that sciatica, but I'm like that, Miss Mary. I'm keep on keeping on.
Right.
Yeah, ain't no
That's
use to
right.
stop it.
Keep on moving.
Yeah, because look how far you done came.
Hey,
Whole lot of
Right.
people can't even make that journey. Some of them make it halfway, part way, don't even try to make it all the way.
that's right.
I learned a long time ago. If you can get out that bed, put one foot in front of you and shove the other one. If you got to slide across the floor, go ahead.
Look, I get up and I tell the legs, we going. And my
Yeah,
granddaughter said, who you talking to, Nana?
Talk to
I
my
said,
legs.
I said, I'm talking to my legs. She said, oh, do they talk back?
when they move, they talking back. Thank you.
Hey.
Yeah,
then
that's
you,
right.
and then you say, thank you, Lord, for helping me move this leg.
Yeah.
Yes.
Morning, everybody.
Legs,
Good
this
morning.
is Ann.
Good morning.
I can call
Good
you.
morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have somebody on the line that has iPad on their screen.
Well, let's see. Who is that?
iPad.
Miss Dennis, you got my number?
Oh, yeah. I called you last night. It's that's 202-386-1299.
Yes, ma'am. I didn't get it.
Okay. I'll call you again.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, all
Good
my
Hey,
morning.
Delora.
people.
Good morning.
This is the day the Lord has made. Let us all rejoice and be glad in it. Happy
Exceedingly
Wednesday.
glad in it.
Yes.
Glad to see all these smiley faces this morning.
We made it to Hump Day.
That's it. That's it. Hump day is the day. So what you all been doing so far since I haven't been on here early in the morning with you beautiful people? What y'all been talking about?
We was wondering where you were.
Uh-oh. I like that one, Brenda.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, you haven't been
I got-
around. So we said, well, where's
Dolores got a bad habit of staying up late at night looking at this iPad movies. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Hey, Lord, did you see Reading with Monique in it?
Say that again, Diane.
Did you see Reading with Monique in it? Reading.
No. Oh, breathing.
No, reading.
Reading.
R-E-A-D-I-N-G.
Reading.
Oh, no.
I saw part of it.
Now.
I didn't like it. What did you think, Bryn?
Well, I just saw, the kids was here, so we couldn't look at it. They was upstairs, but they kept coming downstairs, so we turned it off. I saw like the first, 5 minutes of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't see it all the way through.
Okay.
But she lucky she got a deal with Netflix or whoever to come back on, because her name was in a bad place.
It was MUD for a while.
Yeah. So
I just hope she just can keep up her career. She needs to stop running off at the jibs.
well, she a comedian.
Everybody
She
know
gonna do
what
that
jibs
thing.
is, right? Everybody know what jibs is, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
she
yeah.
gonna do that. That's her
Okay,
bread and
I
butter.
see.
Dolores.
Jackson and Gracie.
Dolores, they don't know what I'm talking about.
Good morning, Mr. Morgan. Mr. Henry.
I'm not ashamed to say I don't know what it is, so please school me on it.
Running at the mouth. Running off at
Got
the
you,
mouth.
girl. Thank you.
Okay.
Ain't nothing wrong in asking if you don't know. That's what we do on here. We share.
Like my mother said, ain't no dumb question except the one you didn't ask.
All
There
right.
you go.
You there? So feel free, speak up. Look, we at the age we can speak up. We don't have to be quiet all the time. Sometimes we need to be quiet, but we have to pick and choose. So y'all know we got a beautiful day today. It's gonna be 80 degrees.
Yep.
And it's summer, like I said, it's summer already.
And the pollen is gonna be up. So all I'm doing is
Don't even mention that word.
I'm running off at the nose and running off.
Hello, everyone.
Hello,
Morning.
Alex. Hi, Alex.
Hello. How is everyone?
All
Good.
right.
Good.
All
Love
right.
you, Alex.
Thank you. Happy Wednesday. It is a beautiful day. It'll be like 82 or something today. So
Yeah.
what I've learned is spend at least like maybe 30 minutes outside a day. You'll feel so much better than just staying in the house. So even if it's just opening a window, that fresh air is nothing like anything else.
Oh,
Yeah.
Enough of the pollen.
you trying to
Well, I know
kill
I'm
me
gonna be
early.
out
That
here.
too.
But as soon
And
as
I have
open the
allergies
window,
too. But
all
being
that pollen
outside
drive me
more
crazy.
in the beginning makes it, makes you more tolerable. So I know that I had allergies. So in the beginning of spring, I purposely wanted to be outside more so I could get used to it. So, but yeah, it's nice to see the 26 of you on today. As I always say, you guys are the creme de la creme of the program because it's a Wednesday, it's the middle of the week, but you guys still find time to come on. So I really appreciate that. And, we have a kicker for today. So as you know,
We
April is Earth
appreciate you,
Month.
Alex.
Oh,
Yeah,
no problem.
yeah, all the stuff that you dig up and give us information, we appreciate it.
Oh yes, I have fun. It's again, like I always say, it doesn't feel like work to me, which is how it's supposed to be. So, so yeah, we're it's gonna be really very simple apps to access. It's just all about downloading it. So I hope all of you guys enjoyed Monday's advanced training. And like I said, I had a lot of fun making today's. So I just hope you enjoyed the presentation and let's have a great session. All right.
Okay.
So first, before we get started, again, I did go over the email, the daily reminder email. So, all the events for the week. So today is actually National Grilled Cheese Day.
Yeah.
It's so funny. It's just coming up and that thing looks good right there. So
Did you make us grilled cheese?
I'll try to find an emoji and put it in the chat. But yeah, it's just really important that you again see the daily email every day because there might be some changes. So this stayed the same. Again, today we have my advanced training, we have the lunch hour today, and we have module 2 in the afternoon. But tomorrow, we're gonna have DC Public Library come and speak. This was updated yesterday, and then we're gonna be talking about poetry. So I hope you guys enjoy that. At the bottom of the email, we have the library email, any other flyers that we may have, and then we have a highlight. So this is very pertinent for today's training. So to this week's highlight was Rachel Carson. If someone could please read the write-up that I did, I'd really appreciate it. Any volunteers? Okay, go ahead, Brenda.
Okay, Earth Month highlight of the week. Rachel Carson, 1904 to 1964. Rachel Carson was a marine biologist and nature writer and prompted the global environmental movement with her 1962 book, Silent Spring, which outlined the dangers of chemical pesticides. The book led to a nationwide ban on DDT and other pesticides and sparked the movement that ultimately led to the creation of the U.S. Environment Protection Agency, EPA. 4 chapters in the book detailed pesticides' impact on human, including cancer, and also accused the chemical industry of spreading misinformation. Chemical companies sought to discredit Carson as a communist or hysterical woman, but through her CBS Reports TV special in 1963 and support from then President John F. Kennedy, Carson made pesticides a major public issue. She received medals from several major institutions which posthumously, couldn't get that word out, awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 1980, and her homes are considered National Historical Landmarks.
Great job. Thank you, Brenda. So yes, every week we have a new highlight, just information that I find interesting about what's going on in that month. And I like to do a little write-up. This one, it was kind of full circle for me because I actually read that book or parts of the book for college. And I actually did a paper on, her analysis and the effects of, her, all of the things that she was able to do. So yeah, and then she was actually featured in Time. And then one more quick fact is she, if you notice, her book was released in 1962. This Time magazine cover came out in 1963 and she passed away in 1964. So that just shows you could do anything at any, at any age. And, it's just things may happen really quickly, but, it's just a blessing that she was able to put out that work, and of course her other books in that time. So
yes,
so it's always good to look at our past because history always repeats itself.
Yes, exactly.
So yeah, we're gonna look at a quote from her later on, but I just wanted to showcase this highlight. So just look forward to next week's. It's so much fun writing it out. But today we will be going over apps for Earth. So again, it is Earth Month. Our environment is so important, and it's always in the news about climate change and our environment. So it's just important as a society, and this, especially us in DC, where we experience a city life, right? That to be very environmentally conscious and just doing your best to preserve our planet for our future generations, right? So these 3 apps today will help with that for education, for learning, and maybe you'll discover something new. So again, I look forward to this training. So again, we're going to talk about Earth, like what is Earth Day, all about that. Then we're going to be going over 3 new apps, the World Wildlife Fund Together app, Earth Hero, and All the Worlds. So again, we're going to go over these after our Earth introduction. Of course, I'll be showcasing the app and showing you guys how to navigate them. And then we're going to have a discussion as usual. So how these apps can improve our daily lives. So again, just please make sure your TVs and your cell phones are silenced. We want everyone to be able to hear because we don't have the chance to repeat training sometimes because we have a lot of material to cover. So it's important that everyone be mindful of others and we can all learn today. So again, I want to thank you guys for coming on, and and I appreciate it so much. So again, we're going to talk about what is Earth Day and how we can positively impact our environment. So first up, we're gonna look at 4.5 billion years of life on Earth in just 24 hours. So I'll go ahead and start the video.
How to kill all mosquitoes in the area in 90 seconds. This simple but brilliant trick you can do tonight.
Life. With an estimated 3.8 billion years of existence and evolution on Earth, it's an odd thing indeed. So how did we get here? And what would the Earth's 4.5 billion year timeline look like compressed into a normal day of 24 hours? The story begins early in the morning, around 4 a.m., with the rise of the first simple, single-celled organisms. However, these organisms are destined to spend quite some time alone. At 1 p.m., a simple cell engulfs another, creating a symbiotic relationship and the first eukaryotic cells, or cells with internal organs. At 6:30 p.m., these cells begin to form colonies, and thus the first multicellular life develops. But it isn't until 8:30 p.m. that sea plants appear, and 20 minutes later we suddenly see animal life erupt in an explosion of inventiveness. Jellyfish, the first true vertebrates, trilobites. Incredible diversification begins to take place, and just before 10 p.m., plants begin to appear on land, followed by land mammals. By 1024, the Earth is covered in carboniferous forests and the first winged insects appear. Many reptiles dominate the land with less than an hour left, but a mass extinction event allows dinosaurs to storm the scene and remain until 11:41 p.m. when they too suddenly vanish. And so begins the age of mammals. In the last few minutes, apes split from the old world monkeys, and with only 1 minute and 17 seconds left before midnight, humans emerge. All of the recorded human history fits within a few seconds, an individual life lasting barely an instant. All a culmination of 3.8 billion years of life. This ASAP Science video was made possible by...
Wow, that was really quick, but I'm going to play it one more time for you guys, okay?
Yeah.
Life. With an estimated 3.8 billion years of existence and evolution on Earth, it's an odd thing indeed. So how did we get here? And what would the Earth's 4.5 billion year timeline look like compressed into a normal day of 24 hours? The story begins early in the morning, around 4 a.m., with the rise of the first simple, single-celled organisms. However, these organisms are destined to spend quite some time alone. At 1 p.m., a simple cell engulfs another, creating a symbiotic relationship and the first eukaryotic cells, or cells with internal organs. At 6:30 p.m., these cells begin to form colonies, and thus the first multicellular life develops. But it isn't until 8:30 p.m. that sea plants appear, and 20 minutes later we suddenly see animal life erupt in an explosion of inventiveness. Jellyfish, the first true vertebrates, trilobites. Incredible diversification begins to take place, and just before 10 p.m., plants begin to appear on land, followed by land mammals. By 1024, the Earth is covered in carboniferous forests, and the first winged insects appear. Many reptiles dominate the land with less than an hour left, but a mass extinction event allows dinosaurs to storm the scene and remain until 11:41 p.m. when they too suddenly vanish. And so begins the age of mammals. In the last few minutes, apes split from the old world monkeys, and with only 1 minute and 17 seconds left before midnight, humans emerge. All of the recorded human history fits within a few seconds, an individual life lasting barely an instant. All a culmination of 3.8 billion years of life.
Amen.
This ASAP Science video was...
Wow, that's just crazy to think about. Like we are like just 2 minutes out of a whole 24-hour period. Like that ratio is insane. So if you can think about it, like how we can just further, survive and thrive. So I think that just puts life into a great perspective. So I learned something new. And then now we're gonna watch a video on what is Earth Day, how it came to be. And I thought this was very interesting as well.
What if you could do SEO smarter and faster? With Wix, you can edit your meta tags.
Each year, people from around the world celebrate Earth Day. What is Earth Day? When did this day begin? The origins of Earth Day can be traced to the 1960s. Several vocal activists were beginning to raise the public's awareness about the problems of pollution and other environmental issues. Rachel Carson's Silent Spring was amongst the most influential books related to the impending dilemmas that the planet was facing. In 1968, Morton Hilbert, along with the U.S. Public Health Service, hosted a Human Ecology Symposium. The focus of this symposium was the state of the environment and the effects on human health that the environment can have. This symposium helped lay the groundwork for what would eventually become the first Earth Day. Over the next 2 years, Hilbert, Wisconsin Senator Gaylord Nelson, environmental activist Dennis Hayes, and many others worked to organize the first Earth Day, which took place in April of 1970. A similar celebration had also been organized earlier that year. On March 21, 1970, activist John McConnell helped organize a day to honor the Earth and the concept of peace. This date was selected to coincide with the first day of spring. Eventually, these two separate Earth Days would be unified into one holiday. The name Earth Day had been suggested by many different people, and it seemed an obvious choice for the title of this new holiday. primarily because it rhymed with birthday. The date of April 22nd was chosen because it was recognized that college students would be amongst the most active participants.
That was a Saturday,
April
by the way.
22nd would not fall during spring break, yet would be before final exams. This date would also prevent conflicts with the Easter and Passover holidays.
Yeah, that would make sense,
Additionally,
right?
April 22nd was very close to the date of John Muir's birthday, April 21st. Muir was one of the most prominent conservationists of the late 1800s. More than 2,000 colleges and more than 10,000 public schools from across the nation participated in the first Earth Day. Some estimates claim that more than 20 million people took part in the festivities.
Look at that.
More than a million
insane.
people in New York City alone turned out for the demonstration. Originally, Earth Day was celebrated only once every 10 years. By 1990, Earth Day had grown to a worldwide event with more than 200 million people in 141 nations taking part. After the success of the 1990 Earth Day,
There goes DC.
it was decided that Earth Day should be observed as a yearly event. Throughout the decade, the celebration of Earth Day helped bring a focus to environmental concerns, such as the importance of recycling, climate change, and clean energy. Traditions associated with the holiday include the ringing of bells, including the Japanese peace bell, which was donated to the United Nations by Japan. It has also become traditional to sing the Earth Anthem, written by Abhay Kumar. This anthem has been translated into 8 different languages, including English, Russian, French, Spanish, and Chinese. There are many other ways Earth Day can be celebrated. Groups might choose to participate in a cleanup of a neighborhood park, plant trees, or go without driving for a day.
Interesting, right?
Yes.
Always learn something new. So next up, I just found this quote that Miss Rachel Carson wrote, and I thought it was just very indicative of us as a people as we are today, and what she said before still applies to 2023. On the left, she actually received her own postage stamp, and then if you look, it says the stamp was 17 cents. So if you think about it right now, the stamp just went up this year to 63 cents. So, that just should give you some context right there. But she had said, "We stand now where 2 roads diverge, but unlike the roads in Robert Frost's poem, which was the road not taken, by the way, they are not equally fair. The road we have long been traveling is deceptively easy, a smooth superhighway on which we progress with great speed, but at the end lies disaster. The other fork in the road, the one less traveled by, offers our last, our only chance to reach a destination that assures the preservation of Earth." Very, very, very impactful. But do I have 1 or 2 volunteers? What your reaction to this quote?
Well, I believe that it's correct, because we have a lot of activists now that are trying to make people aware that we've got to save the Earth. The young Swedish girl, what was her name? Greta
Thunberg.
Yeah, and there's some other kids with her that are trying to save the Earth. Al, the vice president, Al Gore, he's trying to help preserve the Earth. Make people aware that our actions are making our Earth a terrible place. So, and I try to do my best. I recycle, even though I've heard that whatever we recycle really doesn't go to where it should go. So, it's an endless cycle. You're trying to do something correct, but the next step is that they're not doing what they're supposed to do. So, but We need to save our earth for our children's children and their children's children, so they'll have a place to call home when they get older.
Yes, yes, very, very true. Thank you so much, Brenda. Who else would like to say something? And you're going in and out. All right. Well, thank you so much, Brenda.
Gracie,
Again, oh, go ahead, Gracie.
I just wanted to make a comment. You remember when Al Gore first came out and was talking about that, and everybody gave him such a hard time?
Yeah.
I'm so happy that he didn't stop, even though he worked behind the scenes. But he brought it to our attention a good while ago.
Yes, he did. He did. And he's still doing it.
Yeah, he's still working.
Oh, thank you, Gracie. I wasn't aware, so thank you for bringing that to our attention. So yes, basically this quote is saying there's the poem again that she's referring to is called "The Road's Not Taken," where it's either go this way or you go this way.
Or that way.
Yeah, the second sentence, it says the road we've been traveling is deceptively easy. Yes, we can develop, we can take trees from all over the world, cut down trees, do buildings, and we are progressing very fast. Like if you guys can see DC, there's so much construction and new buildings being made, but they're not thinking of or they probably are, but who knows? Do they even care about the environment that they're using to make these buildings and such? And we know if we keep going to that pace, then just our environment's going to get worse and worse. So, and then the third section, the other fork in the road, the one less traveled by, yes, because not as many people should be, on that road to, make sure that, like Brenda said, that our children, our children's children, and future generations have a clean and safe place to live. Because we don't want to live in trash. We don't, we want to be able to live just like, maybe people back in the day. I know the air was cleaner and all of those different factors was, because we weren't as developed. So we really need, as a people to get on that other road because, we don't just want it for us, we want it for everybody else.
Right.
So yes, this made such an impact on me. So I hope it did for you guys as well. Next up, we are going to go over our apps for today. Again, they are WWF, the World Wildlife Fund Together app, Earth Hero, and All the World. So let's go ahead and get started. So first, we have the World Wildlife Fund Together app. You learn about amazing animals. So this app brings you closer to amazing and endangered species than you ever could have imagined, letting you discover their lives and the work the fund does for them. There are in-depth interactive stories of endangered animals, and there are multiple interactive elements. So we're going to go ahead and again watch this video where it talks about the app, and then I'm going to show you guys how to download it. And we're going to do a navigation. Yeah, it was just a quick preview of what you can do on the app. So again, for all these apps, we have them all listed right here. These are all the apps that we've gone over so far together, which is just amazing. So you go to the App Store, as you do if you want to download any app. You hit the search button, and then type in the name of the app or the category that you want. So WWF Together. And it's right there on the right. Of course, the World Wildlife Fund has other apps as well, so I would explore those, especially this magazine. I didn't get a chance to look at it, but that one looks pretty cool. But it's called WWF Together. And then you download and open it. So let's go ahead and open the app. So you start the app, and then you get to this home page, okay? So it's very simple to access. At the top left, that is where you get back to the home screen. And then on the left, again, is that navigation bar. So we're gonna start at the bottom. At the bottom, there's an eye icon. When you hit that, you can view more information about the app itself. So it's more than 50 years. The World Wildlife Fund has been dedicated to protecting the future of nature. Together was created to bring readers closer to the realities and opportunities the fund has to make a real difference in the world. So you can read more about the project. You can turn the music on or off with the second button from the bottom. And then you have these 3 different sections in the middle. So starting from the bottom, when you tap on these 3 lines, look, you can actually add the World Wildlife Fund to your news app. So they actually have their own section in Apple News. So if I hit add World Wildlife Fund, it takes me to the Apple News app with all of the different articles that they have released. So one I would like to read, that looks interesting. What is green oxygen? So yeah, I want to go ahead and read that article. So you can access it, read them, and see what recent things they are doing through their section of the Apple News app. You can also hit where it says get more news at the top right and actually type your email in and keep up to date on all of the latest wildlife news and conservation updates. You can visit their site and then also enter your email. So I'm gonna go ahead and put in my personal email, because yeah, I love to hear updates about it just to be more informed. Cool, I just signed up for email from the World Wildlife Fund. You'll be receiving an email confirmation shortly. Great, the second icon, or the middle one on the left side, looks like a bunch of pluses. So when you do that, it says at the fund, we are 6,000 staff, 5 million members in over 100 countries. But we need your help too. When you share an animal story, we get closer together. So I can select any of these origami pieces. Let's go with this dolphin. Bring the dolphin into your world. Create and share your own photo with it. So if I hit create, yeah, I would like the World Wildlife Fund to access the camera. So I hit OK. And look, I can put the image in a picture. So if I switch the camera, hi everyone, I can create a picture with my picture with the dolphin in it. So you can share it and pose with it however you'd like. So I think that's just a neat feature. You also at the bottom right, if any of you guys are interested in origami, if you tap on origami instructions, look, they give you start with a square piece of paper. Fold and unfold. It literally shows you the directions on how to create it from a piece of paper. So if you keep looking through, folding and opening flaps. And you'll end up with an origami piece. So they have these for all of the animals. So look, if I hit, let's see, this whale. Again, I can hit the origami instructions and you can learn how to make a whale out of paper. Crazy, right? And last but not least is the main portion of the app. It's where you get to learn about animals. So look, there's giant pandas, elephants, sea turtles, tigers. You can learn more about birds, bison, snow leopards. Let's look at snow leopards and see what it does. So we're gonna head first. And look, it tells you the directions right there. So it tells you there are 6 grids in this section. And then we need to navigate just by swiping, so it's very easy. So the first one says, snow leopard spotted coats blend perfectly with their steep rocky habitat. Rarely seen by humans, these cats are nevertheless unforgettable for their power, grace, and agility. The World Wildlife Fund works to reduce human-leopard conflict and stop illegal wildlife trade. So again, just like the instructions, we got to swipe, and it actually shows you where you're at when you hold and swipe. Look, endangered snow leopards with an estimated population between 4,000 and 6,500 have lost 20% of their population in just the last 2 generations. Nepal, in a village in Nepal, the fund helped establish a community-based insurance plan to compensate yak herders who lose livestock to snow leopards. As a result, the village has seen no retaliatory killings of snow leopards in more than 4 years. These are some pictures. Look, isn't it just so cool to see these high-def pictures? Like,
yeah,
look how detailed they are, and look how complex their coats are. Look, if you hit the eye, snow leopards are found in 12 countries, including China, Bhutan, Nepal, India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Russia, and Mongolia. How cool. Let me swipe again. Look, this one looks a little different. It says follow. So, what do I do? 1 inch, 2 inch. Oh, they also use their tails like blankets, covering their faces and protecting them from the cold. Powerful hind legs give snow leopards the ability to leap 6 times the length of their bodies. Tap on a circle again. Snow leopard tails are incredibly long and can be up to 90% the length of the cat's body. So just imagine the body and then the tail, like that's basically a double, an extension of themselves. So, how cool, right? Snow leopard tails are incredible. Okay. Now we can swipe up. This is, look, I want to use my location. And when I do that, look, snow leopards are 7,500 kilometers away from me. Again, you see details about their height and their weight and their length. And then you can actually swipe and move the gold or the globe to go to the right where they are located. So look, if I find America, I'm right here in DC. But if you move the globe over, we can see that they're mostly in parts of Asia. And then threats. Look, you see these arrows, you swipe, human snow leopard conflict, climate change, poaching. So those are some, their threats that they are facing. So essentially, if you look at all the different animals you can learn about. So it's up to you how much you want to explore. Some of them have 6 grids, some of them have 9 grids, just based on the information that we have. But yes, and then if we hit this plus button, let's see what that does. Wow, you can actually see how they do the origami as well. So you can learn how to do the origami from a page. So let's go to polar bears and then hit the plus sign. Again, you can see and get the instructions on how to make an origami version of that animal. Cool, right?
Yeah.
So that is the
really
World
nice.
Wildlife Fund app. So I hope everyone enjoyed that.
Yes. Yeah, really nice, Alex.
Thank you, thank you. So once it loads again, the presentation, we are going to go over the next app, which is called Earth Hero. So again, while it loads, you go to the App Store, then hit search, and then search for the app. So the next one is called Earth Hero, Climate Change, and it appears on the right, Our Future to Choose. So you can go ahead and download and install it. Yep, Earth Hero, Our Future to Choose. This app makes acting on climate change easy and helps you take positive, practical action in response to the climate emergency while discovering more satisfying ways to live. You can take climate action collectively because there are communities that you can interact with. You can choose from personalized actions. So you can be accountable for yourself on your impact on the environment, and you can discover ideas for healthy and again, smart ways to live. When you open the app, this is going to be your login screen, and it's very simple. You just need to go ahead and put in your email where it says create account. Once you put in your email, you'll be able to save your progress. So it's important that you guys create your account. Once you do, you're going to take a quiz just to see, it says your rough estimate of your carbon pollution. This is going to be the home screen. So again, you have a navigation bar at the bottom where there are different things you can access. So first is the home button where you can see several things like viewing your next steps, summaries, quotes, statistics, achievements, links, and articles you can read. The actions button is where you can explore different steps you take to make an impact on climate change. You can view your emissions in the emissions button relative to the United States and globally. And then last but not least is the community button, where you can join others to create change in your community. So again, you download the app and then you can open it up. So this is the Earth Hero app, Our Future to Choose. Respond with positive, practical actions. Advocate for change by discovering satisfying ways to live, and restore a healthy Earth by joining a global community caring for our shared planet. So again, you get to the screen where you're going to want to create your accounts. So there are different options you can sign in with Apple, with Google, with your email. Email is pretty easy. So I'm going to go ahead and put in my email. When I do that, I want to be sent an email for the link. I don't want to make a password. That's more things that we need to do. So let me hit email, link, login, and then you enter your email. So again, gmail.com, whatever your email is that you use, go ahead and put that in. And then cool, it says check your email. Open your email on this device and tap the link to magically log into Earth Hero. So it says we hit the home button, we go to our mail app. And then when we go in our inbox, cool, it says sign in to Earth Hero, tap on the email, and it says received a request to sign into Earth Hero using this email address. All you have to do is click on the link that says sign into Earth Hero. So when I tap on that, there you go. It just took a second. You see, I was being impatient. I was like, what's going on? But now it says answer a few questions to start. Your answers will create an initial rough estimate of your carbon pollution. So just be truthful. So when you answer, because again, it's just, so you can see what your actual impact on the environment is. So Yep, I am in the United States. Let me hit yes. It says there are over 153 countries where this app is live, so that's amazing. Then it tells you enter your state. So they don't have DC, so it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna go ahead and put Maryland. Doesn't really matter. How many miles did you drive in the last year? I don't have a car, so let me put 0. You can update it or add more detail after, you know, if you do drive or something like that. How many round trip flights have you taken in the last year? I've never been on a plane, fun fact. So let me put 0. How many days per week do you eat meat or seafood? Let me not lie. I'm gonna say every day because I do eat meat or seafood every day. So when you put every day, how is your electricity powered? That's a good question. I'm gonna use the local average because I don't know. How much do you spend on new stuff per month? Clothes, furniture, and other physical goods? Less than $200. I'm very frugal at the end of the day, but yes, you can always find something for a better deal than you may think. So I spend less than $200 a month on this stuff. And that's it. That was easy. Now see how you compare it to your fellow citizens and humans. Are you ready? Let's go. Cool. So it says here that I have less emissions than the average American, and you see they have a key for the certain stuff that you use, like land travel, air travel, energy stuff, waste, things like that. But globally, it's still more than the average. So I can now think, hey, how can I get my emissions down after seeing this information? If I hit the I at the top right, look, emissions calculation. So you can read all about how it's calculated. So you could read through the information. Very interesting. I would definitely want to read about carbon dioxide equivalent. And then why do they matter? So these greenhouse gases are very important to know what they are. Yeah, you can read more. Once you read and you look at it, let's hit go and access the app. What's next? The fun is just starting. From here, you can explore actions to address climate change, join with others to create a better world and discover better ways to live and more. So let's go inside of the app. Again, this is the home screen where you can see what your next steps are. So we already did the profile, but you can mark your actions, you can provide more detail for your emissions, things like that. So far I have saved roughly 7,000 kilograms of emissions. These are their users. There's more than 100,000 people use this app. Amazing, right? And then over 560,000 people have achieved their actions and over 100 million emissions were saved. You can set a target, you can create an action, and there are other links as well. I like this bottom one where you can read more. And just get this beautiful imagery and look through why this increase in temperature, they give you a graph, etc. A comic of worldly proportions. So look, it's so cool. So you could go through it all that you like. I think for this, let me see. Yeah, I have to move my iPad vertically to see the text. Cool, right? So that is the home page. The actions page is where, of course, you catalog or log your actions. So first, start small to make a big impact. So let's tap on this, and you can tap and sort your actions based on whatever you like. So talking about climate change. Cool, aren't we doing that now? So you can either add it to your goals, or you could save it for later, or you can say you already achieved it. So we achieved it. So I can go ahead and tap on that and mark as achieved. Says you did it, congrats. Great job growing the movement. So you can review the actions that you've taken or browse other ones. And look, they give you some ideas too. Vacation closer to home. Yes, because if you drive further, then you're emitting more carbon dioxide into the air. Be a better gift giver and receiver. So in the action, again, you can mark to either you want to add it to your goals, or if you want to say that you already achieved it. There's a description, some tips as well. So when giving gifts, consider it a buy it for life item or an experience. For example, a park or a museum membership, tickets to an event, a yearly donation, or a useful or high quality energy saving tool. This is your chance to influence someone in a genuinely positive way. So I think that's a great tip, right?
Yeah.
And there's more, think climate change trailblazers, just like Greta or Mr. Al Gore. You can search a podcast on the podcast app for a climate one. You can write to your representative. So yesterday we had a council member on, so that would have been a great opportunity to maybe talk about something regarding maybe the trash in the city or you know, the street sweepers or anything regarding the environment. You can research.
Yes,
and then there
Sam.
are, you know, good taps too. So look, change light
I was
bulbs
on,
to LEDs. So if I tap here, again, you can mark it and read more about LED lights. Like it says, LED bulbs now come in cool and warm colors in all shapes and sizes and have dimmable options. You can customize your lighting however you prefer. So you can also add your own notes. So I can say buy it from Target or wherever I know there are LED after I research it. And then once I do that, I can add it to my goals. Look, and you can also get reminders. So notifications, we humbly ask permission to send notifications to support reaching this goal. So yeah, I want to be reminded. Cool, great goal added. Congrats on taking the step to a better life. We will check in to see how you're doing with this goal in 4 weeks. Cool, so I can browse more actions. I can actually share the action with others. But you guys should get the idea. There's many, many different options. You can browse by category, by collection, by recommendations. Look, recycling, super important. Again, this emissions tab, you can look at the result that you got from your quiz. So 36% less than the American average, but my emissions are 145% more than the global average. You can refine your estimate. So you can answer more questions. You can set a target. And you can look at your emissions over time. Pretty cool. Last but not least is the community button. So you can discover different climate groups. So Stop the Money Pipeline, the Wilderness Society, the Climate Reality Project, Sierra Club, the World Wildlife Fund. And they give you a description of the organization, and you can hit the button to go to their link. So let's see, look at all these different organizations. Union of Concerned Scientists. I never heard of that, so I would love to read more about it and maybe go to their website where I can learn more. So look, it sends you straight to Safari, where then you can access their site and see what's going on. So look, more information, more resources. So it's pretty cool, in my opinion, that that they offer this. So again, this is the Earth Hero app. You can make actions and you can, you know, actually make an impact on your environment, and you have a way to like check yourself and see how you're doing. So I thought this was super interesting.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah. And then last but not least, we're gonna go over an app called All the World, where you can explore and learn. All the World is a safe and free live action show featuring inspiring and fun videos that further socio-emotional growth, explain how the world works, and challenges us to explore. So they have a full library of episodes, no ads, everything's free. There are a variety of experiments and craft projects, and it's very easy to navigate. So this is meant for kids. So if you guys, you know, with your grandkids or you know, people with kids, this is a great app. Again, they can, you know, cartoons are good. Some of them are really good, but it's always just nice to see, you know, how we can impact, you know, our real life. So it's mainly geared towards kids, but one of the videos I'm going to show you from this app, you know, I learned something myself. So when you get to the app, this is going to be your home screen. So very easy to navigate. You see the arrow points to the navigation button where you can either view the videos, you can search topics, you can choose the video's language, so English or Spanish, or I think they also have Chinese, Japanese, and Korean. You can search topics, you can submit story ideas, you can view the team and support them as such. So again, you go to the App Store and then you hit the search button and then type in all the world. When you do that, again, it's on the right-hand side, no app like it. And again, it is meant for kids, but again, you're always good to go back to the basics and you may learn something new. So once you download and install it, we're gonna go ahead and open it.
It's the app on the left side that says 5 to 10, right?
Yes, 5
After
to
you
10.
go to all the
Okay. Yep, so again, safe educational show. It's really tailored for kids, but again, you can learn something new. There's free access to all the videos, and it's cultivated with educators in mind. So let's watch their introductory video.
All the World is a safe and free educational show featuring creative videos for children. Cultivated with educators, the show inspires social emotional growth, self-awareness, and empathy. Playfully led by hosts, the videos explain how things in the world work and explore topics in science, nature, art, and culture. The show is available in English, Spanish, Mandarin, Japanese, and Korean, and is guaranteed ad-free.
Cool, right? Again, the navigation button is at the top right, where then you can access the videos from here. So look, there are many, many different options. As you can see at the bottom, you can browse, but usually the first screen is where you see the most newest videos. So I found one. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see, search. I found one where I learned a lot. So let's see if I can find it. Search. Let's see, community habitat experience. So you see there are a whole bunch of different options that you can choose to search topics. But let me see if I can find it naturally. Again, but look, trees, juggling, sense of sight, natural dye. Here you go, reuse. So it's about a 6 to 7 minute video. Reuse. So this one we're gonna be talking about. They're gonna be talking about one of the 3 R's, reuse.
Okay.
So once it loads up, we will go ahead and
Today we're going to look at one of the 3 important R's: reduce, reuse, and recycle. And today's R is reuse. Oh no! I dropped the plates and they all broke. That's a bummer. I guess I just have to go and get new ones. But wait a minute. What if I don't have to throw away things when they break? Because the truth is that most of the trash that we throw away end up being dumped somewhere on Earth in landfills, which pollutes our environment. So reusing an item is better for the planet because it creates less trash and you don't have to use resources to make another item. So instead of making the planet sad with more trash, we can make the planet happier with less trash. So I will go and pick up the plates from the trash and see if I can reuse them for something else. Aha! I have an idea. Maybe I could crush them into smaller pieces and glue them onto my pots. Let's try it and see what it will look like. Piece by piece, my pot is starting to look totally different. And when I'm done with gluing the pieces on, I'll put some grout in the gaps, let it dry for about 15 minutes, and then wipe it off. So out of these broken plate pieces, I got a new pot.
Look at
Isn't
that.
that cool? I feel happy and proud
I
of
want one
myself
now.
for reusing and using something that I would have otherwise thrown away to
Easy
make
to
art
make.
out of. If you try this at home, make sure you have your adults to help you. I wonder if there's anything else that I can reuse. Oh, I have an idea. This is my trash can. Let's see what's in it. I have a glass jar, some tin cans, and some old crayons. I wonder if I can reuse these things instead of throwing them away. Let's get a little
Look at
creative.
this, you guys.
Maybe I can paint the tin cans and then put things in them, like pencils and pens, for example. What do you think? I just reused something instead of throwing it away. I feel so proud of myself. And the
I was
glass
really
jar
talking
and
about
crayons
this.
I thought I could use to create a cool looking candle. You need a candle wicks and some candle wax, and then you're ready to go. Today I'm using a camping stove, but you can also use an actual stove or the microwave. I'll start by taking the paper off the crayons and then organize them a little according to color. Then I'll melt down some of the candle wax until it turns into liquid form. And then I pour it into the glass jar. Then try to place the wick in the center of the glass jar and let it dry. After about 15 minutes, it will look like this. Now I'll melt some more of the candle wax and then pick which crayon I want to use to color the wax. You mix it with the wax that will turn into the crayon's color. That's pretty cool.
Look how
When
blue
it's
it
all
is.
melted, you pour it into the glass jar and then let it dry for about 15 minutes until it looks like this. Then on to the next color. And the next color, and the next one, and the next one, and the last one. Then you have your own colorful crayon candle. I feel
That's
so
so
happy
adorable,
about
right?
all the things
That
I
is
have
cool.
reused today. I wonder if there are other ways of
I do that
reusing.
with glass wine bottles.
I just had a thought.
Alex.
Reusing
Oh,
doesn't just
I'll
have
take
to
one
be
of them,
making
Gracie.
something new
I'll
out of
bring you one.
objects.
I'll do
It can
one next
also be
time I come.
repairing things, like sewing together clothes, for
Thank you.
example. So I realized that I could try to sew together a hole in my jeans
Right.
instead of throwing
you
them
gotta
away
know how
and
to
buying
sew
new
and save
ones.
the clothes. That is
So I
really,
weave the thread
really
through
people
the
waste a lot of
tiny,
clothes.
tiny loop on the end of the needle and start sewing. Now these pants just got a new life. I love reusing. If you try this at home, make sure you have your adults to help you. You can also repair your shoes. So instead of throwing them away, you can take them to a shoe repairing place where they glue together the shoes, or maybe even change the sole. And in that way, your shoes can get a new life and live for longer. Another thing I've been thinking about is what we can do about all the plastic bags we keep using over
I
and
know
over.
I have a ton
What
underneath
can
my
we use
sink.
instead?
Me too.
Aha! There are reusable bags that are great for the planet since we
I
can
like the
use
ones
them
from Aldi's.
over
They're nice and
and
big
over.
and they're very.
And it's the
Yeah.
same with
You know, they're very
plastic water
strong.
bottles. So instead of using plastic bottles, we can use reusable bottles. Reusing is a wonderful thing. And just because I dropped my plates this morning, I was inspired to reuse all of these things. Let your imagination help you work out what you can reuse. Before you throw anything away, see if you can repair it instead,
Otherwise,
or
they'll go
reuse it
there.
for something else.
Oh my goodness.
This will help generate less trash and make our planet a healthier place. As I was walking home today, my friend texted me saying he's having a yard sale. How fun! Let's go and check it out. Having a yard sale is an excellent example of reuse. You collect things that you no longer need and sell it to people who reuse them. This is my friend Sam, and today he's having a yard sale with his parents and friends.
Five.
He collected old books, toys, hats, and toy cars that he sold to people who can help bring all of these things get a second life. Isn't it amazing that you can keep reusable items in circulations? And in that way, many people get to play with these toys, for example. Ask your adults to have a look around at home to see if there's anything you can sell at a yard sale. All of these ways of reusing are great ways of being kind to our planet Earth. Send us an email and let us know what you reused. I'd love to know.
Yeah, so that's one of the examples of the things that they have. So again, they have experiments, they have crafts. You can learn more about origami, natural dye, honey harvesting, meditation. I would love to watch that. Trash, farm stand, horseback riding, making a friend. So there's so many different videos that you can watch that are as informative as that. I never thought of to make a candle in a glass jar. Like, that is so interesting. So again, I hope you all enjoyed. So yes. So
now,
again,
Alex,
thank you
making
for
that sorry, cut you off. Making that candle, how you think you will get the scent in there? Like put some oil in it?
Yeah, I think like lavender oil or the
Put
oil,
the oil with the
And
candles.
then melt when you melt in the pour it in there before before it cools.
Right. You could also take all of your old candles and heat them up and then put them inside of the crayon wax, so you can have it all mixed together. So that's good. So yes, thank you so much for viewing the presentation today. Those 3 apps are wonderful. And as of today, I love just to keep count and keep track. These are all of the apps that we've gone over. So from news, from eating, from games, to art, to videos, to learn how to do stuff. So there's a lot that you have available to you guys. So now we're going to do an overview and discussion. So please raise your hand if you have a comment or want to answer one of these questions. 1, what is one new fact that you learned today? 2, what apps are you interested in trying out and why? How these apps can improve our daily life, and in what ways will you celebrate Earth Month? So so first up, I have Miss Madeline. Go ahead, Madeline. How are you today?
I'm very well. How are you?
Good. I hope you enjoyed.
And thank you for celebrating Earth Day, because we really need it, or it's going to be a time where we're going to regret it.
It already is.
They're already regretting it.
It's going to get worse. Now, my favorite one, the app that you showed, was Earth Hero. And that's because I do my own. I'm not in the community or anything, but I do my own way of helping Earth. Lessen the trash lessen trash, no boxes, no cans. We can do, there are so many things we can do. And, and it's very easy to do. Instead of using paper plates, use dishes. That would save on the trees. And the cans that we get, we have to recycle. And those plastic things that hold the 6-pack together, you know the thing, we have to cut them up, right? Take them off, because it's in our waterways, and it's detrimental to our water life.
Dolphins and whales and
absolutely, even turtles. I mean, small things.
Turtles real bad. Yeah.
Right. So it's that's what I do personally, because I want to make the world better for not only us, but those that come after us. And the way it's going, it doesn't look so good. And when what's his name? Al Gore was saying in climate change, and everybody said no.
He's crazy.
You have to do your own research because it was true. So starting at the smallest microbe. If that disappears, whatever feeds on that microbe, on that thing, will starve and die. And whatever lives on that will starve and die. Up until, here we are now. We're at the place now, where it's just, it can be reversed a bit, but we've gotten so far because of greed that doesn't look good.
Right,
it doesn't look good. So instead of putting Roundup on your yard to kill the weeds, let your natural flowers grow.
24 hours.
Yes. Weeds are edible. You have weeds, you can eat weeds. I saw weeds in the yard that I found out were edible. And
like dandelion.
Yes.
I've
been cutting them down and things like that. And just the pesticide that Roundup is not really good.
And then
The
also
Roundup,
know now that the Roundup, it causes cancer. They were having
yes, ma'am, it does.
Yeah,
so I mean,
it's like the pesticides that Rachel Carson was trying to fight, just like that. So everything comes around full circle.
But it's in the wheat. It's in the wheat. The wheat products we eat is in there. Because they spray when they harvest the wheat, they spray it with Roundup. And other countries, there are other countries that are saying no. They will not buy anything. They won't buy any products from U.S. because there's a ban on.
And we have so many genetically modified foods that it looks like food, but our bodies, put on fat around the belly and stuff because our body says, I don't know what it is because it's not the same thing. It looks like the same thing, but it's not. Yeah,
absolutely. But there's two types of genetically modified. There's chemical modification and there's natural modification that humans been using forever. Like they want a different apple, so they graft two different apples together.
Right.
That's okay, but when you use chemicals, that changes the whole makeup of everything.
Yes.
So it's all about just doing your part. And yes, the Earth Hero app, you can, it's not just for, it can be just for you because that's what I would use it for. I'm not particularly in my community like that either, but just knowing and being accountable for myself. If everyone did that, then, the world would be a much better place. But I hope, but I hope you, enjoyed today. I want to make sure I get to the other hands before our next session, but it's very nice to see you on, Miss Madeline, and thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
No problem. Next up is Teresa. Hi, Teresa. How are you?
Well, hello there. Let's see, just a couple of things. Give me the name of the first app you went over. I came on late. Just give me the name of it, and I'll go pull it.
Okay. Let me go ahead and get to it. The first app is called the World WWF Together. So when you search WWF Together, it'll be the very first one on the right, where you can discover more about endangered animals and more about their statistics and fun facts as well.
Okay, my second thing is sometimes I'll pull up an app and it has it doesn't have the word get beside it. What it has is something that looks like a little tree. What does that mean?
Yes, so if it gives you that icon, that means you've downloaded it before. So all you have to do is tap on that icon and it will download the app again. So some apps I download from or delete from my iPad, but if you want to download it again, it'll look like, I think it looks like a cloud, but yes, it also looks like a tree as well. So, but yes, that means you've already downloaded it and you can download it again for free.
Okay, the last thing, maybe you give it to me on another session. Sometimes my iPad seems like it's trying to malfunction. So I was wondering, is it too late to get insurance on my iPad?
I would say So one, I would check with, you know, Apple itself. I'm not sure of the specific details because I know they offer it within the first 90 days of you getting your device. But I would try Apple and see what's going on with that. So I'm sorry, I wish I could give you a better answer, but
it's okay. I'll
always
start there.
it's always nice to see you on that.
Okay, thanks a lot.
No problem,
Good
Teresa. You
seeing
have a
you,
wonderful
ladies.
day. Thank
too,
you.
Alex.
All right. Next up is Anne. Hi, Anne. How are you?
Well, I keep getting thrown out, so I better speak quickly. I don't know what's going on with my iPad today, but I'm trying to get my neighbors to rinse out their cans and bottles and stuff before you put them in the recycle bin.
Yes,
And,
yes.
because not only is it better because it doesn't draw flies and ants and the rats and all that stuff. And people are not confused that rats are feeding off of the food you've left on this stuff. Just rinse it out. Take a minute, you know. And I'm also trying to teach the people who work for me, my aides, that you know, they will just throw it in there. It's trash. No, it's not. The trash is for dirty trash. The recycle is stuff that's going to the recycle. It don't take that long for you to rinse it out.
Yes, and because if they do not rinse out those like detergent bottles, things like that, they will take, well, it's not good for the recycling bin, but most of the time they will just move it into the trash, even though it's a recyclable material, like most of the detergent and other types of those, you know, bottles and containers. If they don't, if they're not washed out, it's bad for them because they have to go through it and it's going to be thrown into the trash anyway. So so yeah, that's a very good point. I learned, you know, went through a couple of these apps, so you know there's way more than the 3 that I went over, but that's one of the things that I learned is how if it's there's still liquid or debris or something inside the bottle, they're going to throw it in the trash. So yes, thank you so much, Anne.
I did not know this.
And I want to thank you, Alex, for getting all these nice stuff together and giving us a broad experience with the iPad. Thank you.
Oh, no problem, Anne. Thank you so much. Teresa, were you saying something? You responding to Anne, Teresa?
Okay. I did not know I was supposed to rinse out those detergent and all those things before I put them in recycle.
Yes,
I guess
yes.
Am I the only one that didn't know? Oh my gracious. Oh Lord.
Dude, don't you get all those flyers about when they start different things recycling, what not to put in the recycle bin, and you've never gotten one?
I just remember cans and plastic. Cans and plastic, so I didn't need to read all that other stuff.
Yes. It's just one more step, and I know you're not the only one, Teresa. So you know,
I'm not. Come join my neighbors.
Thank you, Anne. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, honey.
Oh, well, see, we all learn from each other. That's why you know, I love you guys. So any other questions, any other comments you guys have, any questions you have, any of the apps? Again, it's I had such a wonderful time because you learn and everything is full circle, not just history, but you know, it's just all about using what you know and how it could be useful you know, later. So and I hope you guys enjoy, you know, all the presentations that I create. I make sure that it's easy to read, informative, and visually appealing. That's so important.
Alex, can I do a did you know?
Okay, go ahead, Madeline.
Okay, I worked at Bladensburg Waterfront Park. That's in Peace Cross. I'm quite sure everybody from DC knows about Peace Cross. And especially they know about the crab house that used to be over there.
Yeah.
So I worked in the visitor center And do you know that that part of the Anacostia River, before they were visited by, we're going to say, non-residents, was 3 football fields wide.
Yeah.
What?
3 football fields wide, 60 fathoms deep, and seaworthy ships sailed up that part
Down that
to
water.
go to the
That
grain
water,
to the mill further up.
Wow.
The buildings, a lot of those historical buildings over there, were built with the blocks that they used to weight down the ships, because they couldn't sail with an empty ship. So they put blocks to weigh the ship down so they could come up and get the agriculture and take it back.
Wow.
Yeah.
You can almost walk across there right now.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs, they found dinosaur bones that, on that. So that's how far it was, how far back it was, dinosaur bones. They wrote about it when they had visitors. They wrote about it and said, it's so lush and the fish are so populated, they jump into your boat. Now, in 500 years, we're going to say 500 years, it's turned to that. They have to dredge every day. They have to dredge that area every day to keep the river flowing.
Wow. Well,
What's the name of it again?
Thank you so much.
It's the Bladensburg Waterfront Park. It's right at Peace Cross. Right at the end of Bladensburg Road and Annapolis Road.
Yep. Right there in the middle of the crossway.
Wow.
Right.
It's
for
filthy, but
telling us about-
that river's not still called Anacostia River.
That's still the Anacostia, yes.
Okay, yeah, that's the Anacostia River.
runs,
Yeah, it's supposed to flow down into the Chesapeake Bay. That river actually supposed to go to the Chesapeake Bay. That's how far it's supposed to go down.
Well, thank you so much, Madeline.
Yes,
we
thank
appreciate
you.
your knowledge.
Yes.
It's nice to hear. It's always nice to hear from you. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
I do see we have one more hand, and then that will be it for me today. So Miss Donna, hi Donna, how are you?
Hi, how is everyone? I'm doing fine. I just wanted to know, is there a plan for composting in DC to get rid of food scraps?
Yes.
Yeah, there are somewhere.
Yes.
Does anyone know,
yes.
the names of that?
Yes, I know that at the Monroe Street Arts Walk, that farmer's market there, they have someone that you can bring your scraps and different things, and they'll compost it there. They have a program for that.
And they also have one at Eastern Market.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And Arts Walk is at 7th and Monroe Street, right before you get to the Brooklyn Metro Station. There's a little like walk between the buildings, and they have the stores that open there, and they have a farmer's market there. And at the back
You
of
guys
the farmer's
see my
market,
screen?
they have the compost.
Yes. Solid waste. I see it.
Yeah, but I just searched.
Thank you.
What did I search? I searched
Composting
composting services in DC. I went to their official website, and look, you can learn how to compost at home, leaf collection, holiday trees, pick up free. Look, DPW will provide district residents with up to 5 32-gallon bags of free compost for Taunton community composting. Join one of 50 DC Department of Parks and Recreation's credit-approved community compost cooperatives. Oh God, that was a mouthful. Around the city to compost your food scraps and garden waste in the community. So I'm gonna tap there. Look, that's provided by
and it's
DPR,
free too.
so.
You can pick it up.
Yeah.
It's free.
That's
So look, there's all the information here. So
that's
just
where I
search
went to get my
composting
papers.
services in DC.
I take my papers there to get
Well,
shredded.
I've been trying to get.
Look at this: compost cab, compost crew, DPW, DuPont's Farmers Market, Eastern Market Farmers Market, Key Compost, Mom's Organic Market, Municipal, Southwest Community Garden, Veteran Compost. So you just got to search it on Safari and the
Yes,
internet.
there.
You can look for a lot of information. So
Mhm.
yes, great question, Donna. Thank you so much.
And I know my friends in PG County, they have compact post containers that out and picked up from this county with the trash.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that would be that.
The
That's
old
really
garbage
good.
cans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Old
So
garbage cans.
so
Yeah.
yes, I hope everyone enjoyed today. We'll be here every Wednesday, as you guys know, and where we learn more about apps. It's just crazy how, let me count. We went over together 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16 apps together of all
Wow.
different topics. So you guys, just like one of y'all said, expand our world view. There's something more than to just DC, but when we learn from what other folks are doing, we can use that in our own community and make
That's
us
right.
better. So
Yes, that's
so yes. Thank you
Alex,
so much.
Alex,
Alice.
Yes.
Can you do these apps take up a lot of room on your computer, on your iPad?
No, and they, again, most of the time it's photos and videos, and again, you can check your storage by just
video
going
and
into
pictures
settings.
does that.
And when you're in settings, you hit general, then you look up the iPad storage, but that way you can see what apps are taking up the most storage. But these are very tiny, like all of these. So you don't have to worry about it, okay?
Okay, thank you.
No problem. So today we have our first book club edition of the Lunch Club, hosted by one of our colleagues, Crystal. So in about 5 minutes, she's going to go ahead and get started with you guys. So again, it was my pleasure to host today, and we want to, when Crystal comes on, we just want to thank her for hosting today's book club. So she's going to share her screen, and I hope you guys enjoy and just stay on for our 1:30 p.m. session as usual. But I'll see you guys next Wednesday. Again, on Monday, we're off. So no classes on Monday. It's Emancipation Day. And we'll be back to our regularly scheduled programming next Tuesday after the weekends of this week. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll hear from you guys later on.
Okay,
Yep. You too, Alex.
Thank you so much.
Okay, Alex.
No problem.
Really got a lot of information. Thank you.
Ladies, do you remember when we used to separate trash and garbage?
Yeah, yes.
I do.
Yeah.
And then you remember when we used to have a recycle for bottle recycle?
Yeah.
In DC? You found no
we
glass
still
on the
do.
street. And as soon as they stopped that, then people started throwing